Good afternoon, everyone. So, yesterday I was trying to work on the first section of our divs, but unfortunately, I had a code error, so I couldn't continue. It was not actually a mistake, but it was because of the image I used in the image section. So I think that is the reason. So let's continue from where we stopped. So this is what we are going to achieve. So let me show you this. So this is the first section and this is the second section. So we are going to be working on the two sections. So let's get started. Okay, so to create the first section, you can have as many sections as possible in your project. So we have Dave. So I'm going to give it a class name program. You can name it anything. So I'll give it H1. Sorry, H1 of upcoming programs. I mean, okay. So I'm going to give it a row. So then our image. So let's make use of these three. So give it H4. H4 software training. So I give it a paragraph. So because I don't have any content for it, so I'll just do this. So we'll add our button. Let me show you once again so that you understand what I'm trying to achieve here. So this is it. The image here, because I removed it, I've transferred this to the new file. So that is why you are not seeing the image here. So, but this is basically what we want to achieve. So these buttons is what I want to add now. So we'll use the same button, just like the one in our hero div. So let me just copy. Where's the div? Okay, this is it. So let's just copy this one. So if you copy this one, come here, you paste it under your paragraph. Right. So you know this is where the first div starts, right? Okay. I think we should put it in a column. We should put this in a column. I'm sorry. It's because we are having two columns, not just one. So you want to have, you can have as many as possible you want to, but I want to have two. I want to make use of two here. So we are having, let me just copy this. So give it a column. That is our first column. So you paste it inside. So that is it. So you can see this is where our row div ends. This is where it begins and this is where it ends. So this code now, let's replicate this code by copying it and paste it here. So that is another our second code. So let's look at what we have before we style it. This is what we have. You can see that this is our H1, this is our H4, this is the paragraph, and these are the buttons. So let's go to the styling, the CSS now. So the first thing we are going to do is to comment on here. Section 1, because we are going to work on 2 sections. So let's give it a width of 90. Sorry, our section now. Our section, right? So let's give it a width of 90%. Let's give it our 90%, right? So the program now, the program div, that is this now. So we just gave this 90%, so we are giving this, so we want to style this now, and the row, then the color. So let's continue. So the program now, program. So we give it a text align, center, font weight, font size 20 pixels. Let's give it color. Give it color blue. Depends on the color you want to give it. I think blue is fine. So let's make it cool by adjusting it. Okay, I think this is better. So let's give it a margin left. So give it a margin left of 150 pixels. And margin top of 50 pixels. So let's look at what we have here. So you can see this is what we are able to generate. So let's continue. So let's design our program H1 now. Let's style our program H1. Sorry. Program H1, right? So let's give it a margin left of 50 pixels. Margin left of 50 pixels. So this is our H1 here. So we just give it margin left of 50 pixels. So let's work on our H4 now. Program H4. Let's give it margin bottom. Margin bottom of let's say 15 pixels. Let's give it margin top of 10 pixels. Margin top of 10 pixels. So let's look at it. So you can see this is our H4. So now let's work on our paragraphs. So let's work on our program row. Program.row. You know, the row is also a class. So that is why the dot, we added the dot there. So display text. Let's check it. I think it's still the same, right? So let's continue. Let's give it a color. Let's give it a color of same the one we have here. So let me just copy and paste this. Here, right? So let's work on our row columns now. Row, right? So let's give it a padding of 8 pixels. So let's look at what we have. You can see they are separated now. You know they were together. This thing, the two paragraphs were joined here before, but look at this. When we gave it 8 pixels, it's now separated. So the next thing is to achieve this, like when you hover over it, so it will display this way. So let's look at that. So you do pull dot hover, call hover, sorry, hold over. We want to have the same box border just like we had in our button. So I'll just come here. Then I copy. Then I paste it here. Right, so let's look at it now. Okay, sorry. You can see. So in order to achieve this curve here by the left, so this curve here by the left, so let's do that. So it depends on where you want it to appear, either by the left or by the right. So let's give it border. Let's give it border top. You know it's at the top bar. Border top radius. Border top left radius. I don't know why it's not. Let me check. First to it's not. Okay. Okay. Border top. Let's see. Border top left radius. So it depends on the one. It's either left or right. So I'm giving it 100 pixels. So let's look at it. So you can see. So you already have it here. So you can also give it bottom left, or is it bottom right? So to also have the same thing here. So but I think this is nice. So let's continue. So with our, what is it called? With our button, I think we need to change the color here on hover. Because here, I think, yes, we have the color here on hover. So we have it blue color. So let's change the color to blue. Let's go back. So where's the, so let's say program, sorry, program button. Let's check it first. So you can see now. So it's showing perfectly. So let's change the color to make it rhyme with this. So let's just copy here and paste it in here. So that is all about the first section. So let's work on our second section now. So let's work on our second section. Okay, let's just comment on this. Sorry. Section 1. So we're having our section 2 below it. Just like I said earlier, you can have as many sections as possible. Section 2. Right. So I'm going to name the section Explore. Explore. So I'll give it a title. So that if I use another section, if I want to style it and I use section, it won't mix up with the previous section. So that is why I'm giving this a class. This is not supposed to be. Oh, sorry. Okay. Section. Explore. So I give it a div. A div. So the div will have a class of explore content. Explore content, right? Okay, so let's give it H1. H1 of Explore Skyline ICT. Explore. Explore. Skyline ICT. So let's give it a paragraph. Same thing because I don't have content for it, so I'll just put this. So this is useful if you're working on a project, a sample project, and you don't have a content for it. So let's add our button, the same button here. So the same button here. So let's name this Learn More. Learn More. So that is it. Let's look at what we have. You can see it here. This is it here under. All right. So let's style it. So let's style it. Let's give it section 2. Section 2. Section 2 now, we gave it a class name of Explore. So our Explore now Let's give it a width of 100 pixels, 100%. Give it a height of 500 pixels. Give it a background image. Background image, have our linear gradient. So let's have our RGB. Let's give it, I'm give it blue. Okay. Okay, let's give it the same RGBA we gave the hero page. That is okay, RGBA 0 0 0 0.75, right? So here in between this, just come here and you give it same. It might be different or same. It depends on what you want. So let's just copy and paste. Oops, sorry. Copy and paste. Right. So our background image. Our background image now, comma, URL. Let's make use of this thing too. It's fine. So it's fine. So let's give it a background. The image a background cover. Background size of cover. So let's give it a background repeat, no repeat, because sometimes the images do repeat itself. So to be on the safer side, let's give it a background repeat, none, no repeat. Can see it here. So let's check what we have. So this is it. This is what we have here. So let's continue to style the content inside it. Let's explore content. So let's give it the content width of 50%. So 50%. Let's give it a padding of 50 pixels. 50 pixels. Let's give it color. You know it's black color, so let's give it a color of white. Give it white smoke color. So let's display it flex. Flex, right. So let's give it a flex direction. Flex direction color. So it should be like this, so you can see. So let's remove the flex direction colon. Let's see what happens if we remove this. Look at it. So it's best you put the flex direction there. So that's the work of the flex direction. So let's continue. Now let's tie the paragraph. Dot explore paragraph. Line height. Let's give it a line height of 30 pixels. A line height of 30 pixels, right? So let's also style our H1. Our H1 explore dot explore H1. Let's explore H1. So let's give it a margin bottom. Margin bottom of, let's say, 30 pixels. Let's give it text align. Text align. Center. So let's style our button now. So let's look at what we have. This is it. So let's style our button to make it to be at the center. So that's explore content button. Let's give it a margin top of 30 pixels. Let's give it okay. Let's make it to align itself. Let's give it self align. Align self center. Because it's not a text, we can't give it text align. So that's why we're giving it this. So let's look at it. You can see it's perfect now, right? So let's reduce it and also work on this thing. In order for us to work on the mobile view of it, you can see this is not nice on mobile view. You can see that. So let's adjust it. Okay, I think this is for the footer. This is for the I think nav bar. So let's just comment here. So let's now have our our sections. So first thing we work on is on the explore, or we can, okay, let's just have it. Let's have it separately. So let's even look at the hero page. Let's look at the hero page. Let's look at what we have. So let's look at what the hero page looks like. So I think the hero page is perfect, but we need to adjust the content, the H1 especially. So let's just do everything here together. So let's give it at media. At media, let's give it a maximum weight of 952. Maximum weight 952 for larger screen. 952 pixels. So now let's have our hero first, which is the hero content. hero. So let's have it. Let's give this have our hero. That is the content now. Dot content. So let's give it dot content. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. I'm supposed to have this thing here. I'm sorry. Let me just copy this. Supposed to have a curly bracket here. Paste it inside. So let's have our H1. Let's give it a font size. Font size of let's say 30 pixels. So let's look at what it is now. So I think 32 pixels is too big, right? Let's reduce this to 20. I'm sorry. 20. Still very big. Oh, sorry. You see me back? H1. So let's give it 30. Okay, I think it's better now. So let's style our paragraph dot content paragraph. So let's give it a font weight of let's say 100. Let's give it a font size of 15 pixels, font size of 16. So let's look at it. So you can see it's very nice. So now let's work on our on the second section now, which is the program, right? Dot program. So dot row, dot row, because you are to make the row very nice. So let's give it display inline block, right? So let's give it margin left. Okay, let's look at it. You can see our display inline block. You can see that. So let's give it margin left of minus 130 pixels. So you can see it's very nice now. I think it's too much. I think it's too much. 120. Okay, let's give it a weight. Let's give it a weight. Let's give it a weight of 100. Yes. Oh no. Okay. So I'm coming. Okay. Let's continue. Let's tie the program H4 now. Let's give it a margin bottom. Give it a margin bottom of 10 pixels, for instance. Let's style our H1 program H1. So let's give it display content. Display content. Let's give it text align. Let's even look at what we have. and saver. Let's give it text align, center. Okay. So is there any, does it make any difference? No, it doesn't. Let me look at this. Yeah, I think this is a bit more better, or is it because of the image is not reflecting in there? Okay. I think that is all. Come here. Let me check something. Okay, let's look at the nav image. I think it's better this way. Okay, so let's tie this now. Let's tie this. So now we are done with the program, right? So let's work on the explore content. So dot explore, because the image is okay, so we only need to adjust the content. So let's give it a weight of 80%. 80%. So let's give it a margin right. Margin right. Margin right of 30. So let's look at it. You can see it's very okay now. So if you want to adjust it further, you can do that. You can see we have a very, but this margin top we have here, let's remove it. If you like, you can leave it, but I want to remove it. That is the footer section. Okay, this is it. Margin top 100 pixels. So let's give it like 20. Sorry, 20 pixels. So let's look at it. Let's give it 10. It depends on how you want it. So let's remove it completely in order for it to join the other divs. And see. So, thank you all, and God bless you.